Thanks so much for staying with us. It's a story about a retired Air Force sergeant from Biloxi and the adventures he had during a 4-year stay in exotic Thailand. Thailand Tales is the name of the book. And we're so happy to have the author, Jack McDonald, here in the studio with us to tell us about what readers can expect to experience when they pick up Thailand Tales. Thanks. Good to see you, Mr. McDonald.
It's good to be here.
Why
Thank
Thailand?
you.
What's the connection with your interest in?
I was there during the Vietnam conflict from 1966 to July 1967. And then I always remembered the gentleness of the people and the beauty of the land. And I went back in 2005 on a 1-month vacation in May. I did not know the storm was on the way, and I was living on the beach at the Galat House. I rented one of the cottages there right down from the Beau Rivage. Obviously, I got wiped out.
Yeah. So then what you did is you decided, I'm going to go to Thailand. You stayed there 4 or 5 years?
I stayed there 5.5 years.
5.5 years.
Yes.
And did you stay primarily in the countryside, or did you go into the city of Bangkok? Did you see the country in its entirety? What were kind of your travels?
Probably the country in its entirety. I lived in Chiang Mai. That's where I rented my apartment. But I traveled around, and I had a base of almost 100 people who told me to keep them updated on my travels. And my emails were called Thailand Tales. And there was several stories, and I would travel to Udon or to Khon Kaen or other provinces and other cities.
And as a matter of fact, those emails and correspondence are a big part of the book, and people find those interesting because I think that's where you find the real personal nuggets. What did you find interesting that you can share with our viewers this afternoon, just about politics and about culture and about society in Thailand?
Sure. The culture is mostly Buddhist, and I am a Christian, but I will never speak ill of the Buddhist. I remember telling my mother back in the 60s that I saw more smiles in their poverty than I ever saw in the rat races here, and that's still true. And the people are so gentle and so nice. And if I may tell you, the best time to go is in November. There is a festival called Loy Krathong, and it's when they release those giant lanterns. The sky is filled with them.
Yeah,
yes.
I've seen that.
And there's people everywhere with smiles on their faces, and they put a banana leaf boat, which is called a krathong, and it has one of the candles on it, and they put a lock of their hair, a piece of their fingernail, all the troubles from the past year, and they light it and float it down the river with 5 baht, which is about 15 cents.
I'd love to see that in person. Is there much political strife in Thailand, or is it a pretty stable?
There was some. The red shirts, and I have a story in there, I got caught in a little bit of the trouble.
The red shirts, communists?
No, they're really the working people.
Oh, okay.
The yellow shirts are the Bangkok elite. The red shirts that feed the country are from the northeastern part of Thailand, which is called Isan. And they feed all of Thailand, and Thailand at one time exported more rice than any nation in the world. But I don't know if that's true now or not. But that conflict goes on a little bit. It goes on off and on, but basically, one of the strong features about Thailand is it's very safe. I've walked down many a dark alley. Yes, not in Bangkok. Bangkok's a big city.
Bangkok's a wild city.
Right, but anywhere else, I've walked down dark alleys.
Well, there's a book signing going on at Bay Book in Bay St. Louis on Main Street from 12 until 2 o'clock. Is that tomorrow?
Yes, sir.
And it's Thailand Tales with Jack McDonald. You can hear some stories and get Jack to sign your book. Thanks so much for being with us on the 4 o'clock show. Thanks for the gifts. I got a hat.
Thank you for having me.
Karen got a nice silk scarf.
Yes.
Okay, we appreciate that. Good luck to you, Jack.
Thank you, sir.
All right.